So what if instead of putting the bomb in the doorbell, he put the bomb in Hector's ass? Okay guys, I have to admit, it is really indeed a silly question, but if Walt were to do that, he would meticulously put that bomb in Hector's ass, make sure the bomb is really inside there, while Hector opens his mouth, making sure that Walt can suck the bomb inside it. Walt will have to make sure that the trigger will work and paranoia will be shifting around him all over, but it will be a very silly manipulation, while Hector will think this is actually a really shitty plan. He would also think that it's worth it because he has nothing left to lose. In the end, when Hector looks at Gus in the eye, he stands up, shits his pants, and everything goes. So if Walter Scheid joined the Vanderlyn gang, he would do so to sell Blue Sky Moonshine. So at first, Dutch would obviously let Walt in due to how much profits it can be made. With Blue Sky Moonshine ruling all the 4 states, the gang would reap lots of profits and nevertheless a lot of attention. Arthur and Hosea of course would be sus of Walt, especially his behavior and the attention that he is bringing. And Walt's biggest enemy is of course the rat, Micah. And since Micah liked to look down on old people like Walter, Micah would definitely do anything to annoy Walt's ego. And you know what, let's just say Micah is successful with that. Walter gets into trouble because of Micah. Miss Grimshaw prepares a gun to kill Walt, only for Walter to actually outsmart them somehow and got Micah and perhaps almost half of the gang's gunmen killed, and bringing the Pinkertons on their tail. Walter will hold the Vanderlyn gang on a leash, and nevertheless Dutch and Hosea will go on an argument whether to keep Walt or not. With how much of the members that have died, Arthur will definitely be angry and nevertheless put 101% attention on Walter White. But with how geeky Walter is, Walter will of course have another game in play with John Marston, who over time is growing skeptical of Dutch's leadership. And to do that, he poisons Jack Marston with Lily of the Valley. With Jack poisoned, Walt manipulates John into thinking that Dutch poisoned Jack. And Walt outsmarts Arthur by giving him an artificial tuberculosis. Soon the gang fell apart out of panic and fear of Walter White and Dutch Vanderlyn. Arthur's tuberculosis is too fatal than the real tuberculosis, so instead infects Dutch Vanderlyn and a few others. Walt takes over the gang with the remaining few, and of course with John Marston, who is successfully manipulated. So in short, if Micah can destroy the gang in 6 months, Walter can do it in less than 6 weeks. Moral of the story, never bring an egotistical man like Walter into your gang. So what if instead of this, they started this? Okay, so if Jesse Badger and Skinny Pete start a K-pop band, Jesse Pinkman will start with, yo, Jesse Pinkman in the house, wasn't alone. Skinny Pete would go, damn church, yo. Then Badger will go river dance all over the place while eating daibokki. And of course, according to plot, Jesse realizes that getting the Hanmoon is very important, or else he'd die, so he just bursts all those blue sky meth into the audiences. The Hanmoon is complete, but Walt's ego can't take it, and then attacks Jesse's concert for disobedience. Only for Jesse, Badger, and Skinny Pete to go, yo. Walt goes, so they are definitely going up. Last chance to ski, Hector. Okay, so if Gus used Hector Salamanca's wheelchair with Hector Salamanca in it to ski, it will entirely be an absurd situation against the cold, calculated character of Gus Fring. Of course, Gus likes to torment Hector as much as possible, so he would likely strap Hector's boots, keep him trapped in that state, and will be fathomed with large amount of rage that can't be upheld. And nevertheless, use that sloping speed to torture Hector with the wind, where Hector will open his mouth. It will be all shh with the skiing for Gus, and for Hector, it will be. But plot twist, Hector wanted that torture to happen because Walter White has actually put the bomb under his wheelchair and then everything goes! It's getting more fun. Give me more weird questions.